is up, guys? The Jedi here. Um, yes. As you can tell, the Eagles and Chiefs Super Bowl rematch just went off. It's 7:46 right now. Um, As you can see here, I got some stuff set up. Well, I will be going over that in a second once I get done checking the NFL stuff. But before we do that, let's check the Pirates. Not a good day for Pittsburgh fans. Instead of uh, the Pirates lost today. They were up 3-0, and then they just gave it away to the Washington Cardinals. So they probably split the series this year, and that's it. Nationals won the series today. But as you can see, tomorrow and Tuesday, they got the Cubs at home, and as you can see, they're in 5th place. Nothing special. The Phillies, they're in the playoffs. They have clinched. So did the Brewers. That sucky Brewers. I hate that team. The Dodgers are not clutch. Nobody on the American side of the MLB clutch. So only the Phillies and the Brewers clutched. Okay. The Cubs are trying to clinch as well. Some of these teams are trying to clinch, but the Pirates won't clinch, as you can see. As you can see, I'm wearing my Roethlisberger jersey. I also got my terrible towel here. Let me just give you a little wave. Let me just move back some. Alright, there we go. So you can see. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Die, Steelers, die. And I'll tell you why. They lost today, which I will get into. But yeah, the Pirates, the Phillies, I think they're playing today. They've won. Oh, they lost today to the. Well, hey, look. At least the Royals won against the Phillies today in Philly. I think the game just went off, but hey, the Kansas City Royals won while the Chiefs lost. And the Royals are in 3rd place with an okay record. They have 40 to 35 wins at home, and they're 35 and 40 away. So, hey, still okay. Still an okay team. Probably won't make the playoffs this year. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, the Pirates have the Cubs tomorrow. They also have them on Tuesday and then Wednesday. And then they have the Reds. They got the Athletics at home too. And then that's it. They're away the rest of the way. No playoffs, but I will make a little recap on their season and let you know how the season was. So one baseball team's going into the playoffs, the other one's not. As you can see. How wonderful is that? But yeah, let's go to the Steelers. Oh, and by the way, Villanova well, as you want to take a picture of that, go ahead. This game yesterday was not in a way that I wanted, but this does show that Penn State is victorious in their home turf. The Wildcats of Villanova they're just neat work. So with this, this game was okay. The problem was, on top of that, Penn State has the advantage at home. They got Oregon too at home on the 27th. They're on a bye week. And then they're away. But they are literally away. No, at home and away actually. And if you look at Villanova with their division, I do not see them in. For some reason, I don't see them. Like, I do not see them. I don't see them. But let's look at their schedule. Villanova Wildcats. Okay. Alright, that's enough looking at college stuff. Survey Janky. NFL, that's what I'm looking for. I should give a shout out to Survey Janky, but I'm not into this video. If you have a question about Survey Janky, I am gladly to ask in the comment section. But let's look at some NFL. Starting from Thursday, the Commanders lost to the Packers. They're 2-0. Cowboys won against the Giants. I'm actually going to show you the history between these two. It's like every single time I watch a game, now and then, the Cowboys always win. But they survived today versus the Giants. Seahawks and Steelers. Let's look at this game today. 31-17. 31-17. Why is this game? Why? This why? Now, let's look at the stats. And I'm not looking at none of these highlights. 3 sacks allowed. 2 sacks allowed by the Seahawks. And the Steelers got beat by the time possession. Seahawks had more time possession. So you tell me right now, Sam Darnold, the guy that has trouble with the crowd, came into Pittsburgh and destroyed the Steelers. Had 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Classical Sam Darnold. But then, special teams problems. If you look at the stats, they honestly fumble. I don't know why it doesn't say fumble here, but they did fumble on one of the special teams. Yeah, this was a horrible game, and if you just look at the stats is bad, dude. But yeah, Sam Darnold had an okay game. Aaron Rodgers, the same. 18 of 33, 200 yards. First touchdown, 2 interceptions. Mason Rudolph came in for garbage time. Didn't do anything. Jaylen Warren, 14 carries, 48 yards. Kenneth Gainwell, 5 carries, 20 yards, I'm sorry. Aaron Rodgers ran a little bit. 1 carry for 3 yards. And Caleb Johnson, I don't even know, man. Jaylen Warren for receiving. DK Metcalf has 3 catches, 20 yards, a touchdown. That's not DK Metcalf. Shouldn't DK Metcalf be catching bombs in midfield and stuff? Why is he, like, what's going on here? There is no way or the top receiver has 3 catches, 20 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, that's good he has a touchdown, but it's like, why? Why? Why does our receivers? Why do the receivers have lesser catching yards and yards per game? Jaylen Warren is the only guy that has reception yards than an actual receiver, which is good for a running back, but it's nah. Then you have Roman Wilson, who has the best catch or something like that. He has one catch for 7 yards. That's. And then you got the defense. Don't even get me started with the defense. And I'm not gonna lie. Nick Herbig, Jalen Ramsey with the interceptions. Peyton Wilson with 9 tackles, 1 sack. That's good. TJ Watt has no sacks coming into this year. And two of these games that he has started in this year. Cameron Hayward doesn't have a sack. Alex Highsmith doesn't have a sack. Darius Slay is doing his thing. And Darius Slay is probably like, yo, what the heck is wrong with this organization? Like, I feel like, yeah, somebody is going to get in the head of Mike Tomlin. Either Jalen Ramsey or Darius Slay. They're going to get into the head of Mike Tomlin if this defense doesn't get to what it needs to be. And Boswell did okay. He's 3 for 3. Oh, actually, no. Jack Sawyer actually has a sack, too. Yeah, Jack Sawyer has a sack, too. So good for him with 5 tackles. But TJ Watt has no sacks. He has only tackles. No sacks. I bet Myles Garrett only has 3 sacks right now in these 2 games that he has completed, which is one last week and one today. And notes, you might be hearing some noise in the background by some family members of mine. I apologize and bear with me. So, moving on and moving forward. Carl Holcomb played. I mean, this defense played okay. I'm really impressed with Peyton Wilson. I didn't really see the game half much, and I'm glad I didn't want to, because I would have been tweaking more. And somebody commented to me. I'll look at that another time. I'll be right back. Hold on. Okie dokie. Alright, I had to tell my sibling brother to stop making noise. But okay. Where was I? Alright, yes. I mean, if you look at the Seahawks, they're in perfection. But okay. My relatives are making noises right now. Okay. But yeah, this game, matter of fact, I'm just moving to the next subject. I'm just bluffing about this game. Seahawks win 31-17. Both teams are 1-1. The Steelers' next schedule, let's just look at it. They have this not so perfectionist Patriot team, and they're playing in New England. So let's look at what happened with the Patriots. As you can see, with the AFC North, the Steelers are in third place, not first place nor second place. They're in third place. Ravens won against the Browns. That's why they're 0-2. And the Browns, I mean, Joe Flacco tried to beat the Ravens, but the Bengals, they're 2-0. Joe Burrow is hurt. They might be done for the remainder of the season if Joe Burrow gets hurt. Excuse me, had a burp. So they beat the Browns in a close one. They beat the Jacksonville Jaguars in a close one, and they got the Vikings. Now, depending on what the Vikings do this today at 8 o'clock, which is now at 8:20, they're playing on NBC. And then after that, they'll play the Broncos on Thursday night, which is no, Monday night. Yeah, Monday night, I think. Yeah, Monday night. Okay, the 29th is on Monday night. Steelers will have the Vikings on the 28th. Like I said, the game starts at 9:30 a.m. I will have to go to sleep, wake up at whatever time in the morning to get ready for when the time starts with that game. And they're not playing in Pittsburgh. They're playing in Ireland. I will... do I want to wear my Roethlisberger jersey when that game comes on? I don't know, man. But Steelers beat the Jets, and on top of that, if you look at the Jets, Bills are 2-0. They played the Jets today. This is what the score is. As your typical New York rivalry, look at Justin Fields. Justin Fields is 3-11 for 27 yards. Tyrod Taylor, 7-11 for 56 yards. This Jets team that could not do anything. Yeah. They could not do anything today against the Bills, but they lost. They almost won against the Steelers, which is crazy. But I've seen what I've seen. The Steelers are going to have a not so good season. And I'm going to tell you why in a second once I look through all of these. Well, actually, matter of fact, I don't. Actually, yeah, the Cardinals won. They're 2-0. Panthers lost. They also almost made a comeback. The Lions smoked the Bears, so they're back at it. Goff had 5 touchdowns. Yeah, I'm going to just click on that. Yeah, Goff had 5 touchdowns. And Caleb Williams looks like he's a bust. 4 sacks allowed. No sacks allowed by the Lions. Interesting. Colts won. Ravens won. Well, I said that some time ago. 49ers won. Patriots won versus the Dolphins. A division opponent battle. It was close, a little. And the Rams beat down the Titans. And like I said earlier, the Cowboys won. So, and then you got the Buccaneers tomorrow. You got the Vikings tonight. If my friend's watching this, you better hope the Falcons win against the Vikings. Chargers and Raiders is tomorrow as well, along with this. So double headers. Actually, no, this comes on first, then this. And then Thursday, September 18th, Bills and Dolphins start. I might not see this game. They should show this game. Rams Eagles is next Sunday. Interesting. I might need to pick to see who I'm going to watch. I'm actually going to watch this anyway. If they show it in the area. If they don't show this in the area, then it's going to be a long season, man. I've only been able to see one Steelers regular season game so far. And this was the Jets and the Steelers. But let's get with the Eagles, since I spoke of them. They're 2-0 again for the a millionth time. They've literally went on an undefeated streak for the past 3.5 seasons. This is their second time going 2-0 in the process. So it's telling me right now, as a football fan that is watching both Eagles and Steelers, and what I'm taking from this is the Eagles are not playing. This is a stingy Eagles team that is just out of control in what they're doing right now in this new football era that we're in. As you look at the stats for the Eagles this year, then it's not as what it was last year. But Patrick Mahomes is 0-2. But eventually, this is going to erase. They got the Giants. Giants are going to get smoked unless Russell Wilson does his little cooking magic again, like he did today against the Cowboys. But I doubt that this is going to be anything sort of. But the Giants do have a chance in beating the Chiefs right now. They're 0-2 as well. So if the Chiefs go 0-3, then this team has completely fell off from what they had last season. So hopefully they can spark up a magic again. Taylor Swift's boyfriend, or I should say fiance, had 4 receptions, 61 yards, no touchdown. Both teams had trouble getting the ball in the passing and running, so that's why they look like this on both sides. Except for some Eagles players. But yeah, it looks the same. A.J. Brown has 5 receptions, 27 yards. Devontae Smith, 4 receptions, 53 yards. This Eagles team has actually been in close games so far this season. So is this another one of those years like it happened in 2023, or is this one of these years where they're going to be explosive like last year and the 2022 era? So let's see what will happen this year as it goes on. They got the Rams next week in Philadelphia. Let's see how they do. Rams are actually looking pretty smoky high as well. They're 2-0 along with the 49ers. And I think along with the Cardinals as well. Yeah, Cardinals, Rams, 49ers are undefeated. I'll check that if I'm wrong. I might be wrong again. But yeah, Saquon Barkley, 1 touchdown. He had 22 carries, 88 yards. Good. Jalen Hurts, 9 carries, 15 yards, a touchdown. You really don't want Jalen Hurts rushing as much since you got Barkley and you got A.J. Dillon. But you really got Saquon Barkley, and you got some of these receivers that can also carry the ball as well, and some tight ends. So the Eagles are perfectly in good position. They have a good offensive group. They can run out the clock against their opponents anytime. They just need to be persistent and smart with it. Other than that, they are good. But right now, there is one team I want the Eagles to beat right now, and that will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Like I said, I will actually... and also, the Eagles have a few sacks. 2.5 sacks, I should say. And they got an interception. But yeah, this was a tough game in the process. Going forward, the Eagles' schedule, like I said, they have the Rams next week at 1 o'clock p.m. September 21st, which is a Sunday, as you can see. Then they got the Buccaneers. This is a team I actually want them to beat. Now, they managed to take down a playoff team from last year again. this year. So can they do it again against? Well, they haven't played the Broncos in a little bit, so this might be a tough one. But the Rams and Eagles, Rams and Buccaneers, can they beat them? Now, I really want them to beat the Buccaneers. We'll have to see what the Buccaneers do tomorrow and the next game after to clarify this in the process. So we got to see what the Eagles are about. Will they choke? Will they continue to rock and roll? Will they... we don't know what they're going to do. I don't even know what they're going to do. But I have high hopes that they're going to smoke the Rams, smoke the Buccaneers, smoke the Broncos. They're going to smoke the Giants. They might actually lose one of these games to the Giants. The Vikings are looking a little tough right now. Packers as well. Lions. Dallas is looking tough as well. Bears, they're going to smoke the Bears. Chargers might be tough. They're looking pretty tough right now. Well, we got to see that game tomorrow. Raiders and the Eagles. Raiders is looking pretty sharp. Kind of. Commanders. They're going to play the Eagles tough. Yeah, they're going to play the Eagles to the competitive max. And then they got the Bills. But I really want to see how they're going to enable with the Buccaneers. That's what I really want to see. And I will have a video on that in the process. Can they beat the Buccaneers? That's the problem. Now, if they lose against the Rams, they lose against the Rams. Get up on your feet again if you do lose and try again next week. But can they beat the Buccaneers? Can they beat the Buccaneers? I'll say this again one more time. Can they beat the Buccaneers? You lost to them in the playoffs a few times, and then you lost to them last season. Can you beat the Buccaneers? Do you have a mobility and the capability of taking on this Buccaneers team, depending on what happens in these next few games? We shall see. For the Steelers, the question for them is, can they win their division? Bengals are in front. They're 2-0. Ravens are in second place. They're looking to swipe the league from them, and they're just left in third place, 1-1. Can they win the division, or can they at least have a good winning season? My computer is dying. Let me go here. So, can we... Well, no, I keep saying we. Can the Steelers win their division? They don't play out of division opponent until October 12th, which is week 6 in Pittsburgh. They have a bye week, week 5. So, and this bye week should be very good for them in the process going forward. I wish it was a week 7 bye week instead of week 5. But hey, it is what it is. They chose a week 4, week 5 for some reason. Yeah, my computer's dying. 24%. Schedule looks okay so far, but I don't know. They did good in the preseason, but this season right now, it's not looking good. And I'm going to explain that right now. Okay. So, Eagles for the 2025 season, they have 2 sacks in less than 2 games. And with 1 fumble. Steelers. Let me scroll down. They have 2 sacks and 1 fumble of their own to start the 2 games of the season. They also have 6 QB hits. They also had some today, but I'm going to wait until that updates, and the Eagles just have one QB hit to show you right down here in the process. But this is a lie because they got some QB hits against that Chiefs team today. But like I said, I have to wait until everything updates, and then I'll blast it onto this little document right here, and this as well. So both defenses are looking kind of sluggy to start. Eagles are being in close games, and that's going to smack them in the face if they don't put games out of reach. And Steelers, I don't really know what to say for the Steelers, but to go right here, last season they had 40 sacks. The year before they had 47 sacks. 2022, they've had 40 sacks. So, this team is not in its best peak right now in defense. 2017 to 2021, they have had 55 sacks or more. 56 sacks or so in the process. Their highest sack rating is 56. The last time they've had a lower sack record was 16 sacks in 1998. 16 sacks. Just 16 sacks. And 15 fumbles. So, is this another one of those, or... ...16 sacks, dying. Since 1968, they had 16 sacks, and they have not had nothing like that ever. So, how is this going to benefit? And their defensive coordinator is Terry Austin. I don't know what he's doing. Now, I'm not going to lie, okay? I'm not going to lie. Well, this is their QB hit stuff. Now, they're getting the QB hits. They're getting QB hits. I like that they're getting QB hits, but sacks, and then you want to cause turnovers while at it as well. You want to get sacks. That's what you really want to get. Interceptions is cool and stuff, but you want to get sacks. You want to get those stops. And I don't know what the defense... They need to fire Austin. If they can't... Alright, I'll tell you what. If the Steelers don't win against the Patriots, then they need to fire Austin. If the team doesn't get any sacks the next game going towards week 4, but they don't get any sacks on week 3 against the Patriots, fire Terry Austin. Yeah, fire Austin. If no sacks get put in week 3 on defense, fire Austin. I'm just saying right now. No sacks on week 3, fire Austin. I don't care how many sacks you get. If you get 3 sacks in week 3 with a couple fumbles, that's fine. I don't care about that. As long as you guys got some sacks. But if you don't get no sacks in week 3, fire Austin. And if they get blown out, if they only put up 3 points and they get put down by 28, if the final score of the game in week 3 against the Pats, 28-3 or 29-3 or probably 39-3, fire Austin. Fire Austin, and then bring in a new head coach. Because this is this is getting out of control. Now, I'll give Terry Austin some credit. 47 sacks, 21 fumbles. This felt like the Steelers 2 years ago from at the time of that 2023 era. So, if they can spark this back up again, hey, good. But they need some sacks. And this Eagles defense, they had 42 sacks last year. They had 43 the year before, actually. They had 70 sacks, a career high for the team's history. So they can create that magic from 2022 to this year, then they're smoking. But they need to get some sacks too. For the Eagles, last time they had lower sacks was... Oh, they never had lower sacks. Well, this is from I put this from 1990 to now. So they've never had a lower sack. But the last time they had at least a lower sack percentage was 2005, and then they had it again 2021. So they only put out 29 sacks, which is a season low, if you know what I mean. Steelers, their season low of sacks is 16. So, Steelers got to get some work to do on defense. Offense is fine. You already saw what you can do on offense, but you need to... Actually, matter of fact, the offensive line needs to get updated. Aaron Rodgers is taking too many sacks, and he's taken a few already. I think this is his 9th time getting sacked by that offensive line. It's not doing good. So, boy, now let's see who's their defensive coordinator, the Steelers, back in 2021. I believe I hooked this up before. Kenneth Butler, he retired after the 2021 season and was succeeded by Terry Austin, which is a no-show. But he honestly knew how the Steelers defense worked. He started 2015 to 2021. And we can actually look at right now of... so 2015, they had 48 sacks. 2016, 38 sacks. 2017, they started smoking with 50-some sacks. And they kept it for 5 years in a row. From 2017 to 2021, 50-some sacks. They've led the NFL. Oh, and my camera stopped, so... Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. We'll talk about Steelers defensive coordinators another time. I am going to stop this video right now. As your host, the Jedi is out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.